see my paperwork. Better. So we're back live on YouTube.
Sure.
All right. So we'll reconvene the meeting as we await contact with our final applicant.
Send her an invite now. Okay, here we are.
Ms. Schmidt, can you hear us?
I can.
Excellent. Thank you for taking the time to send us your resume and offer your services. We have interviewed 3 candidates. You're our final one, and after your interview, we will go into executive session and decide what we're going to do. But appreciate you taking the time, and hopefully your school day went well today.
Yeah, a lot of new challenges with this whole Zoom thing, but we're getting it. We're getting it.
That's good. That's good.
One day at a time.
Challenging for all of us. Yeah. So we have a series of about 10 questions, and they're not going to take too long. But do you know the rest of the board at all? Scott Fisher and John Crawford?
I do not know them. I watched a couple of your previous meetings from months ago just to kind of see what's up, but
okay.
I haven't met any of you.
All right. Well, here we are. Rich Bosman was unable to make it. He had a work commitment today as well. So anyway, we'll get started here. We are streaming live on YouTube, so truth in lending here. But first question is, why do you want to become a commissioner for District 21?
Okay, I guess a few years back when there was an opening, I remember saying, gosh, I wonder, that might be kind of a new adventure. I'd like to try that out. But at the time I had 4 kids at home and there's just no way, there was not enough time in the day. Now I only have 2 and they're kind of self-sufficient. So I have a little bit more energy for that. I've been a member of the Blaine community forever. I was born and raised here. So I have a lot of stake in how things go because it's a good place to be and I'd like to keep it that way. It would be a chance to give back to the community that I've been a part of for my whole life. It's a new challenge for me, a little personal growth, but never hurts anybody.
All right. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay.
What is your understanding of the fire commissioner's role?
Fire commissioner's role, first and foremost, would be to support the fire chief. Listen to what he has to say and talk about ideas and make decisions from there based on his recommendation. He knows a lot more than I do, that's for sure. And I also being a voice of the community, because that's who North Whatcom works for, is the community. So we want to be sure that they're serving the public the way they should be served. There's fiscal responsibility there too. You know, it's taxpayer money. You need to be careful how you spend it and make sure there's reserves for when maybe there isn't taxpayer money, like we're seeing now with COVID in the schools. It's a little scary. Gosh, I think that's probably about the size of it, just being part of a team to support the chief and the fire department.
Hey, Jennifer, it's John Crawford here. Thanks for taking time out of your day to answer these questions. You pretty much kind of answered my question to you is the fire district's vision statement. It states we accomplish our mission through fiscal responsibility. What's fiscal responsibility to you?
Well, that would be assuring that the money spent is justified, and that you're tracking it so people can see it. You're being open and honest about what's going where. Making sure you have reserves, just like a savings account. So if things happen, you've got the money there to keep going, because you've got a lot of people's lives here, so you take care of them.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what you feel some of the key issues facing the fire district might be in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, the next couple of years, there's going to be a decrease in taxes, I'm guessing, as people lose their homes and such. So there'll be a shortfall for sure. And then there's growth. I mean, Whatcom County is continuing to grow, which is good, but we need to be able to keep up. We've got a lot of people and a huge area to cover. So just making sure there's enough bodies to do the job and do it well.
Okay.
What is your views regarding fire district consolation?
Consolidations. We're looking at mergers and RFAs and things like that.
Mm-hmm. I think if it's warranted and it will help the people as far as coverage and response times and that kind of thing, then that would make sense. Also combining funds and tax money could benefit everybody. So I guess it's a good idea, I think.
Not adamantly opposed to it.
No.
Jennifer, do you feel there are any conflicts of interest that may arise due to your appointment to the fire board, if approved?
I am married to one of the captains currently working for North Whatcom. However, I know the difference between work and home, and that's easy to. I used to do that. I used to work for my father-in-law for years, so I know how that goes. That's not a problem. And as far as things like contracts, that would obviously benefit me. So I just wouldn't vote, just abstain from that stuff.
And she's the kind of nailing all your second questions, John.
Because my next question is, have you ever worked in a union or worked with union personnel in a workforce?
I currently work in a union. Bellingham Schools is union. And yeah, I go to the union meetings. Yeah, those are always interesting.
They always are.
Yes.
So you're very familiar with that aspect of the.
And how they work. Yeah.
We have a good working relationship with our local, I believe, at this point. So that's healthy.
Yes.
So we meet once a month for several hours on the third Thursday at 1 o'clock normally. And there are occasions where we would have special meetings, work like we do budget workshops and things like that, usually on weekends though. Do you foresee any problems attending our regular board meetings?
The 1 o'clock time slot on a Thursday would not work for me. I work until 3 every day. And once school is back in session, it will be till 2:30. But 3 o'clock would be the earliest that I could do a meeting.
Okay. Scott,
Yeah. If you were not selected for this position, would you be willing to accept future unexpired terms or positions within the District 21?
Sure, I would certainly consider, look at what they are, and yeah.
Somebody freeze.
Do you have any questions about the position of commissioner that we could answer for you, maybe? Don't make it hard.
Okay. I guess my question would be, outside of meetings, how much time do you guys spend researching things or, talking to people, or is it a large time commitment?
It varies. I'm currently the chair. I missed a meeting and they voted me in, so don't ever miss a meeting.
Okay, good to know.
So it involves a little bit more work. Typically, we aren't overly involved in the research. We kind of depend on our administrative staff and the fire chief to put a monthly packet together for us. That's probably the most time consuming, is reading the packet and trying to stay up. It's each individual sort of devotes what they feel is an appropriate amount of time. We are currently in the middle of an RFA process, and I know that learning about our consultant, she's going to put us to work. So, but as a rule, it's not significant if you're not in a chair or committee chair position.
Just want to make sure it's something I can commit to. It sounds like it is. It doesn't sound like it's, you're not talking 20 hours a week here.
Some weeks.
Some weeks maybe, huh?
I've done that, but not as a rule.
Okay.
No, and I appreciate your work schedule, and I think we were just talking about having children right now who are of school age, how difficult that would be to balance.
I am very thankful my children are in high school and they are able to manage all of that on their own. It's wonderful. I feel for these elementary school parents. Whew.
Yeah, it's a challenge. So,
yes.
Well, that sort of is the crux of our main questions, unless you have any concerns or issues or things you think we ought to know that would be important to considering you.
Issues or concerns? No. Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, I know you're a very busy person. We appreciate you taking the time, and wish you well in the school year. I know it's gotta be a huge challenge. So,
Well, thank you for your time. And yeah, we're getting it. I'm pretty confident. One day at a time, but work out the bugs. That's good stuff.
all right. Well, we'll let you go, and we'll be contacting everybody later today. So,
Okay.
Thanks, Jennifer. Appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you all.
all right. Take care.
Bye.
Oh. So that concludes our interviews. We will need to reconvene into executive session. As we had stated on record once before. After executive session, we will hold a roll call vote on a candidate and come to a conclusion as to who our new interim commissioner is going to be. So we can stop the live feed. I suspect that, what do you guys want to say? 20 minutes,
That sounds good.
Yeah.
3:50?
Do you, pardon me, but do you want to read the RCW just once before, since we had a break in the,
I can read it again.
just to be sure.
Sure. It's 42.30.110 subsection H to evaluate the qualifications of a candidate for appointment to elective office.